And hello, all. This is Lala Madness. Thank you for tuning in for another episode of Moments of Madness. This will be episode 11. This is the Love After Lockup recap of episodes 5 through 9. I know I usually do them in episodes of 4 each. However, I just had to put in episode 9 just because that's where everything kind of came together. And I ain't want to wait to include that into a next one. So I went ahead and put that in this one. So you know where to follow me, of course. Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter at Lala Madness. Also, we will go ahead and get started. And we'll start off with Sarah, Michael, and Megan. So, of course, if you did not catch my Love After Lockup recap episodes 1 through 4, you can go ahead and check that out on my YouTube page. However, we're going to start off at 5, so, it might kind of jump into where some, if you haven't seen the 1 through 4 recap, might not know what's going on, but you can check that out and catch up. All right. So where it starts in episode 5 basically is where Megan is trying to figure out why Michael hasn't called, but he does have, he can't FaceTime, which he's using everybody else's phone to do so because he's probably on a plan with Sarah, but he does have a phone that Sarah actually bought him. Yeah. However, Megan does get to meet Michael's mom through FaceTime. So that is their first initial meeting where she's like, oh my gosh, it's Michael's mom. Yes, hello. Yes, you have one of those little surprise opera moments where you feel special because you're talking to the dude's mom. However, everybody meet the mama. Just like the mother said in one of those little cameo moments. That this is what he do. Like, she doesn't condone it, but she know that's her son. He's always been a ladies' man. So good luck with that. All right. And that kind of puts Megan's mind at ease a little bit. Kind of with the fact that she got to meet or speak to his mom. So that made her feel kind of special. However, he says even though he is free from prison, he is not free because he wants to be with Megan. And he has to play the part to be with his daughter's mom, Sarah, because he does not want to lose access to his daughter. So basically, even though she's been down for him for the longest, Sarah, the baby's mother, which they have the child, Aviana, something of that nature. Basically, he doesn't really want to be with her. He really wants to be with Megan. So Megan pretty much is who he met in prison. Keep that in mind. So, all right. So Michael and Sarah pretty much have a heated argument because he wants to go to the studio, which she doesn't want him to leave. So pretty much, even though she's leaving, they're going to be leaving together and they're going to be staying together in New York, where he's at right now. He kind of wants to hang out with the people he haven't seen in a while prior to going to New York, and they will actually be together in New York, but she is kind of pissed off and feels like she needs more time and that he doesn't need to run off to the studio. So they pretty much as well. Then Sarah and Michael actually have sex after they waited there 3 long years to do so in a hotel room on the way to New York from where they are now, where he got out of prison at and where the mom is. So basically, while Megan is waiting for him to call, Michael says that he's not a player, but he is faithful to Megan, but he has to have sex with Sarah in order to complete the mission, whatever that is. The mission, of course, is him trying to stay with her in order to have access to his daughter. So, or get her to where, it can be feasible to do so once he decides that he wants to break it off with Sarah and go with Megan full time. I gotta see like an after, because they only got a couple more episodes left and I don't think they're gonna have the full what happened. I need to see how all this play out with these folks here, because I gotta know like what the hell happened. Okay. So, and how the hell he say he not a player, but I guess in his mind he not, because he don't love Sarah. All right. Now, Michael and Sarah's daughter pretty much has a hard time warming up to Michael. They do try to have a play date at the grandmother's house. However, Michael cried and the daughter eventually warms up to him, which it was kind of a sad moment because I did feel, I was like, oh, Michael pretty much wants, you want to be in your daughter's life. You want, but he was absent. He is aware of that. Of course, he's been in prison and he went when she was pretty much newborn. So during the time, those are her important years of growing up and learning who's who and all this. So he kind of missed out on that part. So it was a quite eh, like a weird introduction, but they pretty much got over it, and she warmed up to him eventually. So that was good. Michael pretty much dropped Sarah off one day to go to work. Pretty much the day after this, and he spends time with the daughter, which is great. He also slips away during that time to call Megan on FaceTime while he was at the park with the daughter. So I guess he's taking time, sneaking time, getting time, because Megan is like, I'm tired of this, can't reach you, can't get a hold of you. You were accessible when he was in prison. However, now he's not as accessible to her because of course he's with Sarah, but she doesn't know he's with Sarah. She knows that he was going to be riding up to New York with Sarah, but she doesn't know to the full extent that he's had sex with Sarah and all these other shenanigans that have already happened that she, as in Megan, is unaware of. Okay. So, after that, Michael and Sarah, they pretty much go ring shopping, while Megan heads to Niagara Falls to wait for Michael. So Michael has planned, pretty much a week into the release because she's complaining they haven't seen each other, and he schedules or plans this big trip to Niagara Falls. She flies in, so she is basically, coming in for this trip that he's planning so they can finally meet each other. Okay. And at this time that she's coming in, like I said, Michael and Sarah are ring shopping. They are ring shopping and they have picked something out. And pretty much he starts a fight about the ring after their ring shopping and calls her picky for an excuse pretty much to get out of going. Okay, to or spending the rest of the day with her because he has Megan coming in. So you got one chick coming to town, you got the baby mama that you ring shopping with. So like one of them hoes got to go in order for this to go off without a hitch. I mean, satisfy her with the ring, then leave her ass stuck and go chill with her. That I guess is the plan because basically what he says is that he starts a fight with her. Calls her picky, and then he says that he does not feel that a ring is a symbolism of marriage or a committed relationship. He says that everyone has a ring, and he doesn't want to be basic or do the same things that everyone else does. He wants to do something different in order to symbolize the marriage. Even though they're already married because they got married in prison, remember? But he's engaged to Megan. So Michael is married to Sarah, which they did in prison about a year or so ago. Or 2 years ago, one of the two, and he actually got engaged to Megan, I think, over the phone or some sort, or during a visit, sometime during his incarceration as well. So he's been a busy man. Okay. So, basically, she falls for it. They get into it. He basically pulls off, goes off to go be with Megan, and Sarah is sitting there saying she's not worried about if he's with another woman. She's worried about if he's okay. But your ass need to be worried about that, Sarah, because that's exactly what the fuck he doing. He started an argument with your ass so that he can go be with Megan, the chick that you don't know about, the chick that he fell in love with in prison, while your ass been holding him down, putting money on his books, raising his daughter, and driving back and forth to go see his ass, and you married him so he can parole to your house. Yeah, but he don't love you, though. He loved the chick that he met in prison. Okay. Good luck with that, Sarah. So, she did fall for the oldest trick in the book, which for a nigga or a female to start an argument just so that you don't want to be around their ass, just so they can go do what the hell they want to do, and that's exactly what he did, boo. Okay, so several hours after he left Sarah, like I said, she wasn't worried about that. She was worried about if he was okay. At the end of the episode 8 and at the beginning of the episode 9, though, Michael breaks Megan's virginity. And Michael and Megan basically have a date at Niagara Falls, share beautiful memories. However, everything did go well. It was nice, but, and they did say that the little virginity thing was, he said fucking, sucking, making love to, all that was happening. Licking, sticking, sucking, fucking, everything. Okay. That was his explanation of it. I just paraphrased a little, but that's kind of what he said. Okay, so Megan and Michael are back at the hotel. He receives a text from Sarah saying that his PO has showed up. and while he was gone, basically after they got into it, while he was with Megan. So they share, him and Megan share a tearful moment as he has to leave to find out if it's true or not. So basically episode 9 ends with us not knowing if the PO really came by or not. And he calls Sarah on his way to the car, leaving the hotel, and finds, and basically she's pissed off. So he's trying to calm her down, but that's not telling us or not whether the PO really did. I guess we'll have to wait till episode 10 to find that out, if the PO really showed up or not, or if that was something that she was saying because she hadn't heard from that nigga in the whole day and he had not responded to any of her calls or texts, which she stated before that she had been calling him all day and he didn't answer because he was with Megan. So you know how chicks will send that little false flag, hey, PO stop by, just to get you to respond because they know you're going to respond to that shit. You might not respond to the house on fire or bitch where you at, but your ass going to respond to the PO coming by, and that's kind of what happened. So I don't know kind of at this point what is going on with the PO situation, but I am dying to find out, and it will be in the next one of these little episodes here, because there's only a few episodes left, so I'll just combine those last few into the final one. However, of course, I always throw in my interesting fact after each of the couples. My interesting fact of this couple, which will be Sarah, Michael, and Megan, will be that he loves Sarah to death because he has a child with her, but he's been down for years, because she's been down for years, but she is not the woman for him. Michael stated that Sarah is not the woman for him, even though she has been down. Meanwhile, Sarah tells her friend that she may have gotten pregnant during the time that Michael has gotten out of prison. She does not know about how Michael will react, but thinks that they will be fine. Yeah, I find that quite interesting. I mean, so this nigga done dipped on you out seeing another chick, trying to really hopefully get her pregnant and, marry her after he somehow divorced your ass and work out his probation and visitation and all that situation. But so I don't know how this is really going to work out with this whole little, this little extra pregnancy thing that could possibly be going on, which would make the plot thicken between the three of these. This little, triangular relationship that they got going on, this little three-way, or this little, only one of those parties actually know that it's a three-way. Anyway, we're going to move on to Matt and Caitlin because they are a hot, shitty mess. Of course, as you know, they have a little bit more going on as well with them. Even though the previous couple had a lot going on. No. Matt and Caitlin is a hot, shitty mess. Really more Matt. I can't say Caitlin so much. But Matt is something else. Okay, so after they had sex in the woods, once he was released, they arrived at Matt's mom's house where they've been living while both unemployed since her mom put her out due to her relationship with Matt. So, like I mentioned in the 1 through 4 recap, the mother did put her out, stating that she didn't want her with Matt because she didn't think Matt was going to be somebody that she should be with because he was a drug addict, even though the mother is a drug addict as well. I guess child. Okay. I'm just going to read the notes. I'm not going to go into that. I'm going to try not to. That's hard to do. Anyway. Basically, the mom said basically Matt's mom told Caitlin that he'd be fine the first 8 hours that he gets out of jail, and after the first 8 hours he gets antsy because of the drugs. So how long is that? Because he been out for a couple days and he already trying to get out, do shit, and he tired of being at home. So I don't know how that's gonna work out for you, Caitlin, honey, because you might want to know what the hell you picked up in prison, because the mama trying to sell your ass. Okay. All right. So Matt basically says he's not happy with being stuck at his mom's house with no car and no money. But you knew that when you got your ass out of prison with no car and no money, and got a girl that got basically no money either. And I don't know if she got a car. I don't know what the hell going on with that. I guess she did when she came and picked his ass up. So he says no car and no money. I guess he means his own car and money. However, I mean, you didn't have none, I don't think, when you went to prison, and I don't think you got one when you came out that shit. So, where you think you going? Okay, so you need to sit your ass down and go get a job. Okay, cut some grass, do something. I don't know what that consists of, honey, but he's a lazy little fucker, too, and we'll find that out further into these tidbits here. Okay, so they go to the dentist basically to get his tooth looked at because he does have that little missing tooth in the front to get it fixed. And the dentist said it'll be $5,000. So they basically say, no, no, no. They will go without the tooth. Fuck the $5,000. It's not that serious. Boo. And also, Caitlin is set to meet her mom. So she actually sets up to go meet her mom at a restaurant. And they get there. The mom is basically late as hell. Caitlin is pissed off. And she storms out when the mom actually arrives because she had basically said as soon as she finished her coffee, she out because she keep on showing up when the hell she wants to and she not about to let her do that. So she leaves when the mama shows up. She's storming by her and all this. Matt goes out and talks to Caitlin. They basically come to some kind of resolution that she should talk to the mom to at least figure out something or at least have some type of closure or set some type of boundaries, whichever it comes out to be. So they actually go and the three of them actually converse, talk. She gets to meet Matt. The mother gets to meet Matt pretty much. Caitlin expresses how she feels to her mom and basically want her to get her shit together. And the mom is like, I just don't want you going through the same shit or getting with a motherfucker like me because you know how people get with exactly what they trying to get away from. Okay. Now, basically, where were we? Okay, so, oh yeah. So Matt's mom basically washes Matt and Caitlin's clothes, cooks dinner, and provides for them while they have no income. Matt drinks a beer at 11 in the morning and basically is sitting out there still broke in the bitch trying to figure out why he ain't got no money. But you got enough money for beer or you can ask your mama for that shit. Some homies bringing that by. I don't know how it's working out, but it's money for that. I'm just saying. Now, he said that he basically has to do his own laundry in prison and that it's better for his mom to do everything at home. So he pretty much like being out of jail for that reason. Because he don't have to do his own laundry and his mother can do it. That's what he said. As a grown-ass man. Grown as hell. It might be cuter and convenient for your mom to wash your clothes, but when you grown as hell and you got a whole bitch staying with you and your mama, how about somebody need to watch them besides your mama? I'm just saying, get your ass up, you and the bitch that's staying here. Okay. Anyway, you need to be washing your mama's drawers since you staying there too. Okay. Now, Caitlin basically wants to go out. His mom gives her her credit card. Not her. Matt's mom gives Matt her credit card, basically for them to go to dinner so he can take Caitlin to dinner because we just discovered he doesn't have any money, remember? So Matt looks at the bill. The bill is basically $133 and he acts like he's going to run out on the dinner and she's down with it. Now they proceed to the door and everything because he looked at the bill and was like, I'm not paying no $133. First of all, what the fuck did y'all eat and where the fuck did y'all go to rack up $133 bill? Now, yes, I do that with me and my kids. We go out and we might rack up $133 bill. But that's a couple of people, like me, and I have 2 children. I get that. And my children basically don't eat regular shit. They gonna go and do that dumb shit that they did. You know what I'm saying? Well, it's not dumb. That's just how they eat. So I get it. But now when you know you ain't got it and you using somebody else's credit card, don't take your motherfucker. You need to go to Checkers. You need to go to Churches. You need to go like to the $9 section, you know, at Old Charlie's if you can find the $9 section with the 6 items on it. You know, you need to go to that 3 for $10 at Chili's, Applebee's, somebody, all them. That's the level you need to be at when you got somebody else's credit card. Don't try to take your ass to Papa Do's. Don't go to Bay Breeze. That's where your ass went. You went and did one of them. Don't do that because that's not for you or somebody else's credit card. Go to Captain D's or some shit. And sit on the inside so she can feel special. Yeah, they do that. Because where y'all went wasn't it. If you came up to $133 and realized that was a lot to the point where you want to try to attempt to trick her to make it seem like y'all was going to run out. Now, the killer part is the bitch was down with it. She was about to walk out with him. They done got the to-go box, the food, and everything in the bag, trying to get ready to act like they about to walk out. He was like, I ain't paying this shit. Let's go. The bitch was tipping out with him to the door like they was going to do it. Like, she like, I don't want to do it. But then you start tipping out. Knowing he got the, like, I don't know if she knew he had the credit card. That's the thing there. I don't give a damn, bitch. You knew you took me here. You better call your mama, bitch. I'll be sitting here while you calling your mama to figure out where the credit card at, how you need it. If she gonna come bring you the money, Western Union, and what she gonna need to do right now. Cash App, I don't know. But what I ain't about to do is walk out on no damn $133 tab. And they don't do that washing dishes shit no more. They don't do that shit. So, no. Yeah. But what did y'all order? Because y'all ordered some meatballs and shit. And he didn't even know how to cut them and put them on the plate right. None of that. So, you know you was in the wrong place. You don't need to be nowhere where they got silverware. Anyway. Now, after that, Matt goes out with his friends, and they basically asked him a couple questions and was asking him, like, this is the first girl that he's ever claimed, and then they asked him, does she have like a lot of money or something, which is why he's with her, because he's never really claimed anybody. So that's fucking scary. Like, the nigga is a whole ass like 30 or something. He ain't never claimed nobody. Like, what kind of shit? Like, what you mean? So he just fucking passed for all his life. Like, I mean, of course, it could be that one chick that he settled down with. Bitch, that could be you. But it can't be you and both of y'all broke. Because the nigga gonna get tempted. You gonna get tempted real fucking quick to go see what's up somewhere else. Because, bitch, you gonna get tired of that. You already tired of it. Begging to go out on a date with his mama credit card. He took your ass all right. And then threatened to walk out the door with your ass with the free meal. That part. Remember what you asking for. Okay. Now, moving right along. So now we know Matt was talking about getting a job because she had a conversation with Matt about starting work. Like, Matt, you need to start working some damn where, because these drinking beers all day and me sitting in the house with you looking like this and we ain't getting no bread is not working. So she did have a conversation with him about that. So one of his friends that he was speaking to about her, one of the friends that had asked a question about, well, where did you meet her and is this bitch paid or something, which is why you fucking with her. This friend decides to hook Matt up with a job interview with his boss. So his boss, he I guess does some kind of construction stuff, and he works on buildings, painting, and things of that nature. And he ended up taking him to the site one day in order to help him get a job, to meet with the boss for an interview. Child, when I tell you that was the most fuckery I've seen in a minute. The man told him to go ahead and put on a hard hat and the little safety goggles and gloves, which is normal. That's normal. You're on a construction site. So then the dude said, okay, you want a job? Let me show you, show me how you going to use this paint gun or whatever. How to put water in it or whatever have you. I don't do painting. I'm going by what the nigga said. I guess that's right. Whatever. The dude Matt tells the man that he is not, this is his only outfit and he is not about to mess up his new clothes or his only clothes for this one incident or this one possible job. Like, the man tells him, well, you have to actually, work in order to buy more shoes and more clothes. Like, that should be okay. Like, what's the issue? So basically, Matt wasn't with that shit. Matt was like basically about to fight the man and everything. All because the man said that he don't feel like he that serious about the job. Like, are you serious about working, nigga? I would have said the same thing. We'd have been out there straight ass hooking at a job interview had you came to me and told me some shit about how you don't want to get your clothes dirty. Bitch, what you here for? Do you know this is a construction? Do you know we paint over here? We do bricklaying and shit. Like, so you don't think you gonna get dirty? You came with the wrong shit on, bruh. And you definitely came trying to be cute. Talking about this your only outfit. Like, how did that work? You ain't got now another one. You can't go to the Goodwill and get your little $5-10 one real quick to paint in, like, for the duration if you get this job. Nigga, you's bugging. You don't need a job. And he cussed the dude out when they went off back and forth. All kind of fuckery, okay, on that. So basically, he don't want to work. He ain't gonna work. He don't give a damn. And he has let them know in so many words, including Caitlin, that he don't give a damn about working. He don't even want to fold his own drawers. What that tell you? And clearly, you probably don't either, bitch, because she was being a waitress somewhere prior to her mom putting her out. She was a waitress. Now, all of a sudden, she get with Matt and move in with the mama. The bitch ain't worked no more since. So, how both of y'all unemployed when you was working? I'm confused. I don't know. I don't know how the fuck. They both some fucking bums to me. I don't know how that's working. Okay. So, basically, oh yeah, okay, so that was the end of that. Now my interesting fact about this damn raggedy ass Caitlyn and Matt, the ones that was fucking in the bushes and she had the little grass on her ass when she got up and shit. Soon as she finished, and they had bugs and anyway, yeah, this couple here. My interesting fact is basically, how can a mother not like Matt when they both drug addicts? So basically, Matt is a drug addict. Caitlin's mama is a drug addict that basically put her out for being with Matt. And basically, I want to know, is it only enough room for one drug addict in Caitlin's life? Like, you just saying she shouldn't be around no drug addict but you? Like, bitch, is only enough room for one? Like, not enough room for Matt? So, like, he got dick and he a drug addict. Like, he got, you know what I'm saying? But you a mama and you the drug addict. So, how's that? Like, is y'all, like, even there? Or it's only enough room for, like, equal drug addict love in her life? Like, why she can't love both the drug addicts? Maybe she just like loving drug addicts. You can't tell her who and not child. I ain't got time. Interesting fact. Moving right along. Scott and Lizzie. So, Scott and Lizzie, basically, we know we left off. This is the $90,000 man. Bam. Okay. One of the tricks that she stated. Let's not forget. She did let it be known. Don't be scared, Scott. You know that's what you was, boo. She let you know, so don't be scared. Okay. So now, basically, they're sleeping in separate hotel rooms because she's uncomfortable. And she's on a spiritual journey. So once she gets to know him a little bit better, she may have sex with him. Okay, so basically, I feel like it's too late because, bitch, she already spent $90,000. So your ass should have got to know him better than before he spent that shit. Did you give a fuck about? You should have invested that same fucking energy in the one to get to know him better before that $90,000 situation happened. Wasn't thinking about getting to know his ass better then, was you? You want to get to know him better before you get to know that pussy, though. So I'm confused. Okay, how is that working? Get your spiritual journey? Oh, okay. Child, the spiritual journey. You better work. Okay. If that's what's getting you your hotel room, your free living, and you can go and rack up all these fucking bills and shit, and he taking care of your daughter, his daughter, and your... What? And y'all ain't even sleeping in the same room and shit, and you ain't get... Girl, you better work. You better work with that spiritual journey. Okay? That is working for you. Now, she basically, also she gives him a makeover by cutting off his ponytail, dyeing his hair. She did line him up a little bit. She shaved him up, and she showed him how to kiss by giving him a good old one of them old I miss you from prison kisses, them old kisses. Yeah, it was one of them. Right. So she said, and I showed you how to kiss. It was so cute. Okay. After she got them all together, right before they went to dinner. So now, basically, the daughter, Jasmine, does not like Scott. She called him a creep. She wants her to be independent. She basically wants Lizzie to be independent. And she did talk to her and say, you know, why do you need this man to take care of you? Why don't you just basically be independent, take care of yourself, and you don't need no damn body? However, I think she don't get how this getting out of prison shit work, because you showed up and you having Scott take care of you too, bitch, because you ain't come with your own coins and you ain't dropping half on that hotel room you and your mama staying in. So, you could have stayed your ass at home wherever you been staying at for the last 10 years, and your mama could have came and stayed with your ass. But that ain't what's happening. So while your mama and you is staying with Scott, I'm going to need you to act like you like him a little bit before you fuck it up for everybody, including your goddamn self. Because, like I said, you ain't dropping nothing on your little hotel room while you keep running that credit card up that nigga know he broke. Okay, so, Anyway, why you keep talking about how he keeps spending his money, though? Why he spend all this money? But, bitch, you helping her spend it. You helping the tab rack up. So, how you feel about that? What you doing to help the situation besides assisting and swiping that shit? Okay, Jasmine. All right, daughter, that's looking out for the mama. All right, then. How hard is you looking out? Because it sounds like you looking out for both of y'all. You can't let Scott be okay to be used when you feel like it's okay for him to be used. Because you just okay with where and how he spend his money if it's pertaining to you. No, bitch, that ain't how that works. If you don't want him to spend no money on your mama, bitch, you need to not be partaking and enjoying the money that he's spending on your mama. Because he's spending it on your ass, too. Boop. And yeah, you can, boop. Yeah, I'm sure this is circulating to your ass too, Jasmine. Bitch, you can respond to that too. Because I got some shit to tell your ass. Next. All right. What was you at when you was trying to stop your mama from doing all them goddamn drugs while she was still doing them getting high in jail? Okay. So, what? Okay. Even though you was a kid. I get that. But now that you grown, make sure you try to keep her ass away from the drugs so she don't go back to that bitch and you be fucking around sending her money so she can get drugs in that motherfucker. It won't be Scott. Next time it'll be you because you old enough to get a job now. Keep that in mind. All right. So now, like I mentioned, they did go out to dinner, Scott and Lizzie, and she ordered 12 oysters in a half shell. Check out this tab now. 12 ordered oysters in a half shell. She called it an aphrodisiac, knowing damn well that she told that man she on a spiritual journey. So she ain't trying to have no sex. So why the fuck you gonna tell me about an aphrodisiac, Lizzie? Why would you tell that man about an aphrodisiac and that don't involve nobody having sex according to your spiritual journey and your rules and regulations over here? How's that working? All this shit is confusing. It's confusing to me. Like, I probably would have cussed her ass out right then. Like, bitch, you trying to play with me. But then a nigga would have been disrespectful. That's why I'm glad I'm not born a man. Because it's shit like that make a nigga want to question some shit. Like, what happened? You said what now? Right. Okay. So, basically, she ordered the 12 oysters in a half shell, shrimp cocktail, oysters, Rockefeller, scallops, and more. She says she was ordering one of each thing on the menu, and he tells her that that's a lot of food. That's his response. That's a lot of food. She looks confused, like she's not sure why it's a lot of food. Bitch, did you not hear everything that I ordered and you continue to order more shit? Somebody, it's only 12. It's only this. I mean, you can't fill up off this stuff. Well, bitch, get you some motherfucking steak and potatoes. Some you can fill up off of. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'll catch your $20 tab. But this shit right here, no ma'am. Like, no ma'am. Like, what are you talking about? You gonna order one of everything off the menu because you been in prison and you ain't tasted this stuff in a minute. Bitch, who fault is that? Chat, don't. Okay, anyway. During dinner, they basically discussed Jasmine, the daughter, not liking Scott and basically saying that he's enabling her to buy drugs in prison. Lizzie agrees, okay, by saying that he should have told her no more for her own best interest. So she's saying that it's his fault as well. So she's agreeing with the daughter. Saying, well, I kind of agree with her because she's saying that you're the reason that I continue to buy drugs, that you enable me to do so and continue to send me the money. Okay. And that's why the daughter supposedly doesn't like him. So, she said that he should have stopped her and said no to her a few times in order for her own best interest and not to tell her yes every time. And she was like, he almost killed me. So in defense, Scott, in his own defense, basically, Scott said that she would have basically gotten it from somewhere else. And he didn't want to tell her no. I mean, didn't you say that he was not your only trick? Didn't you say you had several niggas? Didn't you say that you ended up amassing $800,000 from these niggas by sending pornographic pictures? That's $88,888 per year, tax-free, sent to the prison system for Lizzie ass. So what bitch you know how hard a nigga gotta work to make $88,000 on the street? I'm talking about like clocking in 9 to 5, not owning your own business and definitely not selling drugs or selling ass, whichever you're selling. I'm talking about legal money. So basically, tax-free, this bitch was a pimp in the prison system and clocked 88 stacks a year off several niggas. So why did you think that his 90,000 was going to have anything to do with that 800,000 your ass was getting over the time? So no, bitches, them niggas was killing you. Several niggas was killing you all together simultaneously with their $800,000. That had nothing to do. Oh, in 9 years, by the way, which is where you get that 88,000 from. That had nothing to do with him. He was a fraction of that shit. 1 year's worth. Okay, just 1 year. What about the mother 8? All right, other niggas was doing that. So, bitch, they all was killing you slowly. I ain't see your daughter complain about them. Okay. So, she basically, let's see, where was I? Oh, almost killed. So, at the end of dinner, the card declined. And he basically had to use another card after she ordered all that shit that she claimed was going to be an aphrodisiac. Now, bitch, you know you was wrong. But yet you don't know that he's broke either because he done blew his whole fucking life savings on your motherfucking ass. But you thought he was big well and boop, he was. Until he met you. Now his shit declining all over the place when he had damn near 100 stacks, bitch, fucking with you. Okay? And he's still spending money on you and your ungrateful ass daughter. Okay, so basically, after that they do a walk in a like garden like atmosphere basically, and he proposes to her. It was a really weird, awkward proposal. She was telling him to get up and shit. I don't know. Like, I don't know if she was happy about it or not. She seemed kind of happy, then she seemed kind of like, mm-mm. So I don't know. Basically, they take Matt's son and Lizzie's daughter to a church, a Catholic church, to announce the engagement, let them know that they're getting engaged, or that they are engaged, and that they plan to get married in a year. Is pretty much how that happened. And after some conversation, basically the daughter pretty much was not having it. She wasn't happy with it. She pretty much felt like that he didn't know her well enough for them to get engaged, because she's only been out for a couple days, and the woman he met in prison, who is Lizzie, the daughter is basically saying, you don't know her. That's not even her. You don't know nothing about her besides what she feeding you through the prison walls or through the phone. You don't know the real her in order to be doing whatever you're doing, or plan on doing for her. As in marrying her. Like, that's a big step. Yeah, you could take care of a bitch in prison, but do I want to marry your ass? Think about it. So basically, that's what the daughter is saying. Okay, so she says she's going to do everything she can to stop this fucking wedding. She ain't trying to have it. So, they plan on getting married in a year. She's trying to, they basically try to talk her into not being a bitch about it, and trying to basically at least be respectful to let her mother make her own way and figure out what she really wants to do as far as this wedding goes, and with her and Scott, and not let it be a factor between her daughter being in the middle, because of course that will ultimately make her have to choose her daughter over the husband to be. Let's put to be and be. All right. Basically, Lizzie had asked him for some impromptu wedding vows. And they were pretty simple, the ones he gave. So since it was on the spot, she didn't pretty much like them. And she said that he could have done better, while she actually took the time to recite some damn vows that she had came up with herself, from her to him. And said that's kind of what it should sound like, but okay. Lizzie pretty much goes into the confession with the priest and tells him about the provocative pictures and the $800,000 in 9 years. And yeah, so she confessed. I guess that makes it better. All right. So, basically she gives up game as well by saying pretty much how you start getting the money flowing from the outside people. So she basically says, when you start talking to somebody, you first start by telling them that your mom forgot to put money on your books. Can they send you $100? The next time you say something horrible about your mom and say, oh my God, this is just too much, she keep doing this, can you put 500 or 600 on there? And then they end up doing it. And then if they do that, then pretty much you in there, and then you ask for bigger and bigger amounts, and now you know you got them. And so that's the information that she gave. I'm pretty sure there's people that's accustomed to doing this, so they know all about how, what, when, where, all that shit on how it goes. But she broke down some interesting facts on how she does it. But not everybody got them titties and ass that she got either, because that bitch is kind of together. So I don't know, Okay. Now, the interesting fact about them is pretty much the statement that they made about how he almost killed her by sending the money in. What I want to know is, how can somebody almost kill you when you have to go through a lot of moves to get the drugs through the prison? I mean, you got to go holler at somebody to see who got it, to see then how can you get access to it, to see how much they want for it, to pass it along, to find a meetup place, to pass it from 50 different people, to pass it through the ground, whoever your source is. You got to go through a whole lot of shit in order to get it in order to get it to you, in order to get, you know what I'm saying? Like what? So, you chose to shop for that shit. You chose to shop for that. I'm just saying, the simple being, you got all that shit on commissary that you have a choice of purchasing. You got all that shit in the books, the magazines, and all them shits that you can purchase as well. Your thermals and all that shit too. Your ass chose, instead of being warm bitching, instead of getting the zoom zoom and wham wham, you chose to get some motherfucking shit to get your ass high. You was on heroin. The bitch talking about when she was cutting his hair that she went to a cosmetology class in prison, but she got kicked out after a couple classes because she was high on heroin and not in class. And yeah. But you want to say, I guess Scott did that too. Girl, your ass smoked $800,000 worth of motherfucking heroin. Or, I mean, shot it up, snorted it up. I don't know which way you did it because it's a couple ways. But, bitch, let me tell you, you did it and you used it. And so, like he said, would nobody have been the only one to make you do it? You did that shit your damn self and you chose to make those purchases. Okay? Because, bitch, you in prison. I'm sure they done detoxed your ass after them first couple days. So now if you choose to get a hold of some shit after that, bitch, you chose to do that. You made a purchase. Okay? Don't try to call the credit card company after you make a purchase talking about you got to charge back. That ain't how that shit go, bitch. No. Okay? Now, Marcelino and Brittany. Okay? And basically Marcelino and Brittany. Now, Brittany basically invites her previous cellmate over and her best friend Sasha to lunch with them so that she could basically meet Marcelino. Sasha is late, and they were best friends pretty much in prison. Her little prison boo, not boo, it was a prison friend. They weren't sexual or anything or in a relationship. Basically, Sasha is late, so he basically starts right in with the shade. He has like a little jealous, overbearing personality. Like, sit your ass down somewhere. I had a couple of them boyfriends. That shit is irritating. Like, what the fuck? You ain't got to ride on my friend like that as soon as she come up. Like, you want to start picking and all that old shit. Then when somebody say this was something disrespectful to your ass, you be want to look like I'm supposed to check her or something. No, bitch, because I'm going to start riding on your ass with her if you start acting stupid and then you deserve it. Yes. And he was acting up. Okay. So, he was asking her about things like, what did she do to go to prison? And she was like, well, she was in a bad relationship. And he was like, oh, so you like thugs, huh? She was like, what that mean? If, she was basically in traffic, she was late. And he made it clear that they were in-laws instead of friends or whatever because he was with her and she was supposed to be friends with Brittany. It's all crazy. He wanted to inject himself into letting her know that he was somebody important, like she would be an in-law because they gonna be getting married. And so if she close to Brittany, that's where her place would be. I guess putting the bitches in a place before they even arrive. I guess that's what he was doing. I don't know, Marcelino. You gotta help me understand that. Anyway. And basically what else happened? Oh yeah. And Brittany basically said that her family, and he said that it's nothing like having family. Basically, friends are not important, and family was pretty much the only people that was going to be there for you and had your back and all this, and they're more important than friends. Brittany had to let him know that her family was not there for her and that strangers are the ones that helped her more than family ever did. She ran away when she was 12 years old, and she's been on her own ever since. And he feels strongly about her not hanging out with felons and does not want her to basically go back to prison, which that's understandable. But he doing it like in a real fatherly type way. Like, bitch, I don't understand that. Like, this whole controlling ass shit, I don't know. But the girl deserved to have a friend or two. But when we move into this shit, I'll find out, maybe Marcelino, maybe a little something. Okay. But anyway, Brittany was with a female as well named Amanda, basically while she was in prison. That was her girlfriend. And she basically is out of prison now. And she also lives in Las Vegas where her and Marcelino currently are now. So where Brittany and Marcelino are, the Amanda chick who she was having sex with and in a relationship with in prison, that she never really broke things off with. They just kind of got separated by going to a different prison. The girl ended up getting moved to another prison. So it was kind of like impromptu. They exchanged information and that's how they stayed in touch. However, Brittany, since they are now back in town, she basically invited her over to the hotel that her and Marcelino are staying with. Her and Brittany done got in the pool. They done, rekindled their love. Oh, they done played, tapped, had a good old time, like, cuddled and shit in the water. And then she was like, yeah, so I'm with this dude named Marcelino, by the way. And that's who hotel we at. But I still love you, though. And we get married. Yeah, she hit her with all that shit at the visit, okay? Yeah. And then after that, Brittany and Marcelino, and basically she did not tell Marcelino that Brittany did not tell Marcelino that Amanda came over at all. Like, She didn't tell him when it happened or like immediately after, like the day he came home. It was like she eventually told him, but it wasn't then. Like when a nigga should have been telling somebody. So, okay. Yeah. Okay, so basically Brittany and Marcelino go ahead and they meet her son, Brittany's son, who stays with Brittany's son's father. So he does live with his dad. They go and meet him for the first time. Sarah and Amanda go shopping for wedding dresses as well, for Brittany and Marcelino's wedding. The wedding dress lady, now check this out. The wedding dress lady, you know, the lady that help you try on the dresses and all that old shit, you know, so you could be cute and stuff, and tell you, yeah, get that one, no, that ain't cute, and tell the price. Anyway, the little wedding dress assistant lady. So basically, the lady throws shade the whole time here and there, child. She asks Amanda if she is friends with Marcelino after Brittany lets her know that they're ex-girlfriends. Amanda says that she's never met him, so the wedding dress lady says, "Oh, complicated, right?" And says it pretty much in a green screen moment, because she was so shady, they gave this bitch her own little interview moment, like behind the green screen. That's how you know you threw some shade, bitch. You got your moment, your little moment there, your moment of madness. Like I did that. All right. All right, so the wedding dress lady was basically like, it seems like she thinks her feelings may be conflicted, and she offers her as well to try on the wedding dress. So she offers Amanda to try on the wedding dress while Brittany is in there trying on one as well. So Amanda tries on her own wedding dress to kind of make, give Brittany a mindfuck moment. The lady said it looks like Brittany was shocked and that she was confused, which she did look like. It jogged her little memory for a moment, like, oh, is this what I really want to do? Which the girl did admit that that's what she planned on making her feel. And Amanda said that she wanted her to think of pretty much what it would be like for them to get married instead of Marcelino, and to pretty much pump the brakes on they shit. She did say that. So the wedding planner said Amanda looked like that she's in love with Brittany, and basically Amanda said she tried on the dress to stop the whole thing from going on. Now, if a bitch tell you that, I don't know what else you need, what else you need to know. Is feelings confused? Now, Brittany tells Marcelino, however, she invited Amanda over to the hotel room. So, my bad. Brittany tells Marcelino that she did invite Amanda over that day, and that Amanda came over, and that who Amanda was. So, of course, he was furious that his space was invaded by a friend that she used to sleep with. She didn't think that it was a big deal. He got mad at the camera crew and was saying that they pretty much had to have known about it since they film every damn thing. And he walks off and has this little moment of pity, and he go throw his tantrum and shit. His man tantrum. Yes, a whole ass tantrum. That's what I call them, man tantrums, when you a grown ass man and you having a fucking fit. Alright, so after his tantrum, like I said, after his tantrum, they basically talk it out. It pretty much, he walks off, they talk it out and pretty much work it out after that. And I guess they have some slight resolution to it. There'll be more coming up in episode 10, I'm sure, on that, but that's all as far as they went in episode 5 through 9. So pretty much, I think that she'll pretty much still sneak my personal interest in fact, or my little interest in opinion, because this ain't a fact yet. But you heard it here first, because I'm going to tell you how them bisexual bitches think, because I'm one of them. Boop. Let me tell you my interest in fact / opinion on this matter here. So I think that she'll sneak and see Amanda, because bisexual females don't think that it's cheating if it's with the opposite sex of the person that they're dating. So basically, if I'm dating a male and I'm also dating a female, fucking a female, seeing a female, whatever you want to call it, if I'm with one sex and I'm seeing another sex, I, as a bisexual female, gonna be like, that ain't the same thing. I ain't cheating. And you gonna look at me like I'm crazy as fuck, like, bitch, you is cheating. Somebody else touching you, you touching somebody else, y'all got emotional feelings, blah, 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 blah. Emotional cheating, physical cheating, whatever you want to call it. Okay, it's gonna be some cheating going on. I don't give a fuck how you put it, because at the end of the day, I don't feel like I did nothing wrong. In my opinion, I'm not gonna be cheating. But in the average person's opinion, if it was the same sex, it would be cheating. So it's kind of like hypocritical and biased. But bisexual people don't give a fuck. I don't care what you call it. You can be mad at me and say I'm wrong as hell for saying it's okay for me to, yes, I think that I'm supposed to wake up with my female on this side and my nigga on this side and be like, so who cooking breakfast and what's planned for the day, who throwing the barbecue, who was shopping, we got to do what's popping. Like, and no, it ain't supposed to be no issues, no discrepancies, no jealous moments, no what the fuck. Yeah, it's supposed to be like Superfly. They really took that from me because that's what I already have been saying for the last 20 years. Yes, 20, because I've been doing this for a long ass time. That's how life supposed to be. You know the movie Superfly where he had the two. Yeah, basically that's how it's supposed to be right there, except for I'm him in the middle because I'm running this shit. Ain't nobody running shit but me. Let's be clear on that. Okay, and anybody that's fuck with me in those situations know if I have my chick and my dude, I run all that shit. Don't play with me. But I won't cheat on you with the same sex. Don't worry. I won't have now another nigga and I won't have now another bitch. I won't be cheating. Glad. See how that works? And anyway, that's just my interesting fact. Now, moving right along to Clint and Tracy. These motherfuckers here, y'all, let me tell you, I gotta sit up for this shit. I got to sit up promptly and firm for these niggas here. Okay. Now, Clint and Tracy. And check out 1 through 4 for the recap of these niggas, because I can't even go through all. I can't even do it with them today to recap all of that, because they got a lot of shit going on. And they got a lot of shit going on in 5 through 9 too. Let me tell you about it. Now, Tracy is releasing after $300 of her hair and outfit. You know what I'm saying? That they set out to have dinner afterwards, because you know he paid for that. Good old, okay. So now they go and at dinner they make future plans. They talk about babies. Since she's out in Texas, they also talk about how he lives in New Mexico and he's willing to move for her if he needs to. He also proposes to her at dinner. This will be his 3rd time getting married, and this will be her 1st time. Clint, and she's only been out of jail for 24 hours. Keep that in mind. Okay. Clint gives her his credit card. Clint gives her his credit card. Now, he does say in his little green screen moment that he is a front desk and night auditor, and states that he does not make much money. And he gives her a $500 limit on the dress, and she says she'll be gone for a few hours. Now, let me tell you about giving a credit card to an ex-con. You want to do that? An ex-con that's already in prison, went to prison for writing bad checks. You want to be smarter than that, Clint? That bitch need an escort. Okay. So, let me tell you why, people. So, after the wedding, oh, yeah. Oh, so basically she showed up to the wedding. Let's go ahead and get that out the way. She shows up to the wedding 5 fucking hours late, y'all. What fucking wedding you think is happening, bitch, and you done showed up 5 hours late? She shows up to the wedding 5 hours late and high as fuck off of crack. Eyes just glossy and shit. She lit, and I don't mean off of weed either. She was fucked up 5 hours late. If you watch that one little snippet where the wedding actually happens, where it say 5 hours later, and that bitch comes showing up, it will let you know she's high as fuck. Yeah, she's in the zone. Yeah, all that. Yeah, pick a song that's talking about getting high. She's it. And I ain't talking about Mary Jane either, because that's a different kind of high. That ain't the same one. That ain't prescribed. Okay, anyway. So, basically, she said, oh yeah, $500 to crack. And that dress that she came up in there with was not no fucking $500 dress. Let me tell you that shit. No, you had a $500 limit, bitch, but you did not get no $500 dress. And nigga, if you see a Cash App charge on your credit card or something, you know what happened. Okay, I don't know, but something ain't right, because that dress didn't come up to $500. It looked a hot fucking mess. Like she went and got it from somebody's closet. Okay. Now, after the wedding, he basically said that he wanted to have sex with her, and guess what she told him? She told him that she needed a drink immediately after that, and she started biting her nails. So now, why did you feel like you needed a drink after your husband that you just married, that you was 5 hours late to showing up to your own wedding for, tell you that he want to have sex with you to commemorate y'all wedding night? This bitch said, I need a drink. She really meant to say, I need some crack, but we'll get into that. Okay, so, oh, so now 12 hours after the wedding, production shows up to film the next little day after your wedding, after you done had your little hot sex that night and all that. They show up to film. The room is destroyed. Tracy is gone. He basically, production gives him a phone to use because he ain't got his, to call his mom to let his mama know that he's okay. So he calls his mom from the producer's phone. He's crying and he tells his mom that he's not crying. She's like, why are you crying? He's like, I'm not crying, Mom. She's like, yes, you are. I can tell you are. You my son, nigga. I know you crying. So basically, he lets her know that Tracy has a problem. The mom asks, what's the problem? And he replies, motherfucking crack. That's how he said it. I'm not making it up. He goes in the room and was like, motherfucking crack, Mom. Right. And he also states that I bought her some crack last night. She came back and said she wanted more. So he stepped out to clear his mind and was crying. He came back to find out that his car was gone from the valet along with $100 from his wallet, the rental car keys, and his phone. But she left a ring. All right. See what happened? You done woke up the monster. Well, the monster was woke because that's what that bitch was doing all day at the wedding, getting high than a bitch. While you was waiting for 5 hours, she was at the spot. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So she took an extra $100 and went back out to get more high and probably sold your motherfucking phone to get higher after the $100 run out. Yeah. Okay. So, he calls her as well. He does let her know. He tells the mama and the wife that it could have been worse because he had $200 in the wallet and that she left the ring. What the fuck, Clint? What the hell going on? It could have been worse, bitch. Okay. Clint calls and leaves several voicemails on his stolen phone, begging Tracy to call him back and that he doesn't want to have to report the car stolen since it's a rental. Now, he heads back home to New Mexico, starts back to work, and starts his normal life, being that he don't know where his new wife is at that he just married a little while ago. He don't know where she is. So he heads back to go to work, which is what normal people do. Because Tracy ain't got to worry about that. She was marrying you for that. Okay? So he meets with his ex-wife, who is basically also his boss at the hotel that he works at the front desk and is a night auditor at. And he breaks down the story about Tracy and what happened. The ex-wife advises him to get legal advice from a lawyer and asks him if he has to turn her in or go against her, would he? Now, he said that he loves her too much to turn her in and that he would seek legal advice just to hear what he should do. He tells his mom that she's not using him for money, and the car. Oh, she's not using him except for the money and the car. So what the fuck that's telling you? How you gonna say she not using me except for the money and the car? Bitch, that's all you had. And one of them was your mama credit cards. The fuck? Child, look here. Oh, Lord. The ex-wife called and said that there was a call at the front desk. Now, he's still looking for Tracy because Tracy done went missing. Now, the wife that called him and said, guess what? Got a call from the front desk. One of the girls answered the phone where he works at and said that it sounded like Tracy was calling from jail, saying in the background that she needs to talk to Clint. It was one of them county jail calls. Yeah, you have a collect call from, and you got her in the background talking about she needs to speak to Clint. Yeah, so Clint says that he's glad to know that where she is and that he still has hope. And he's going to wait for her to call again soon. The interesting fact is, what the fuck is going on with you, Clint? You waiting on her to call about what? About where the rental car at? Or is it that she got arrested in the rental car because it was reported stolen? Because it was stolen. Now, I don't know, really. I don't even have an interesting fact about you, Clint. Okay? That's just it. All those, I just cannot wait to see what's going to happen in the last little couple episodes, which I'll bundle them all together as well. But honey child, that little, see, I need, to put 5 through 9 here. So, because I think it's only 3 episodes left, that would just go ahead and just, because I'm probably need all my win for them last little, because they always end with a banger. Them shit's going to be off the chain. And I'm going to be here for it. I hope you like my little recap of episode 5 through 9, of Love After Lockup. And this is Lala Madness. Check me out on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Dustspot, and SoundCloud at Lala Madness. And until we meet again, thank you for tuning in to another moment of madness.